I've just been listening to Clara do a really fantastic breakdown analysis of the language that Stephen Breer is using in the interview that he did with Judith Moritz. Got a few more minutes to listen to, but it's fantastic. I really recommend it. Listen to it. It's on the consortium, or a consortium of Misfits channel. So there's all kinds of videos that you can get on there, but this is one related to the miscarriage of justice. Stephen Breer's endless shit that he's talking, and all the ways he's hiding himself, actually hiding his nature, but revealing it through language. It's the slippage and the leakage is just all over the shop. It's weird when I try to be extra calm and not emotional, or not just try to keep it on a very sort of pacific level, then there's always a backlash, and I always feel this utter venom. The venom starts to rise again. So I go on Twitter and, like, I don't know, I have to, and there's a way, if you get caught in conversations that other people are having, you can mute the conversation. And people can go endlessly, but it's just these endless conversations with these, like, low-level trolls. So one of them's got, I think it's a guy, and he's in his picture, he's smoking, the troll, smoking this massive cigar and all this smoke, and he's like, it's just like these endless conversations about insulin with this complete nutter. I don't know what. Anyway, each to their own, absolutely. And if it works that other people see it, and I get that argument that other people see it and can, these feeble or pathetic or dishonest arguments are being trashed in public, in view, then that's fine. But I ain't got no time for that shit. I ain't got no time for it anymore. I mean, like, this guy Paul Clark, this complete cock, Paul Clark, has, like, surfaced again from the swamp that he's in. This fake professor. Well, he's a kind of a, what is he, honorary professor, but he's a doctor apparently. And it doesn't mean shit, does it, really? You can be a complete, utter cock and someone that you just can't rely on to get any understanding of the truth or any care for it whatsoever. And these fuckers are out there. And they passed some exams. They stuffed their heads with a lot of stuff and they regurgitated it and then passed an exam. And then they're out there. They're fucking out there, And then they're on Twitter talking absolute shit, glorifying and gloating in the idea that that Lucy Letby is guilty. And it's just, these people are sick. What worries me is that they're out there in positions where they've got patients of their own. That's the problem. That is the problem, isn't it? And that's the problem, that Jayaram's still out there, Breer is out there, Dr. B's out there, the other ones are out there. They're still out there with all those, with the kind of characters that they've got, working with other people, working with very, very incredibly vulnerable patients, babies, neonates, and their colleagues. They're a threat to them, they're a threat to the babies, and they're still out there. Day in, day out, they're out there. And anything they do wrong will be covered up by the rest of them. Anything that they really do wrong, and they'll have done stuff wrong in the intervening period, and it'll all have been covered up by their mates in the gang, whatever the gang happens to be, however big the gang needs to be. They'll cover it up and they'll get the cover of all the rest of them. And that's the same thing that's happening in the police, in the CPS, and the CCRC, and obviously the so-called government, and it's the same across the whole board. That's the rot of it. That's the absolute rot of it. That these bastards are out there, and they are the antithesis of someone like Lucy Letby, who wanted to learn, who wanted to fully acknowledge anything that was wrong by herself or by anyone else in order to improve the service, improve the care, reduce the risks. These people are the opposite of that, whether in the police, CPS, or in the NHS. Cover up, cover up, cover up, cover up, cover up. And he's got the nerve, this Breer, in the analysis that Clara's doing on Consortium of Misfits. He's got the nerve. He's saying that their persecution of Lucy Letby The fact that it wasn't just being accepted straight away, and that Karen Rees didn't just move Lucy Letby off the unit straight away, that's the cover-up. So they project everything that they're doing is projected out as though other people are doing it to them. That's the classic Darvo thing, the classic psychopathic, narcissistic trait or trope or technique, if you want to call it that. But, I'm just full of venom now. I have to get it out, because I try to do meditation and be calm and everything, and there's always a backlash. It's terrible, but I can't. Yeah, these people are vile, actually. They're absolutely vile. It's not honest. None of these trolls and these Susan Oliver thing and this mortgage broker guy still around, Ben Cole. Absolute fucktards. But it's not about it's not about stupidity. It's the fact that they've got an absolute will. There's an absolute will to maintain this injustice. So there's something fucking evil about them. So why would you want this cock Clark working in an NHS? He's some kind of research twat anyway. But hopefully I've looked on his timeline before, and he does have interactions with patients, which is horrific to me. Absolutely horrific. And then you got this nutter with poor Cindy the dog. I don't blame poor Cindy. Rescue that dog, somebody. Rescue that dog. And then the mortgage fucking guy that was invited to discuss it as though it was like a retrial on that programme. Remember that one with that Snowden gimp? He's gone. He seems to have disappeared. Moved on to other pastures, hasn't he? Well, I don't see him anyway. But anyway, that's my rant. I fucking hate them. Why do I hate them? I don't know any of them. What I hate is what they're doing, really, and I hate them as well. That thing where you've got to go like, no, don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. Well, I'm sorry, but I hate the sin and I hate the sinner. That's just me, though. Sorry about that. Sorry. But, if they want to be more forgiving, they can all forgive me for hating the sinner as well as the sin. But at the moment, I'm not evolved enough to make the distinction. Sorry, not sorry. Bye.